So the episode began with Miss Nikki Baby. Miss Nikki Baby and Shonda. They get a little bit into Willie and all that, and Shonda was like, "Oh, I don't want to talk about that. What's the tea with you?" When Nikki was just like, "Well, basically, I got caught. I got caught up like Usher. Caught up, got me feeling that. Caught up, I'm losing control. This girl's got a hold on me. Hey, can you think about it, baby? Oh no. Yes. Shouts out to Confessions album, Usher's best album. Still, in my opinion, to this day, still Usher's best album. So anyway, they're talking and Nikki was just like, "Yeah, I just haven't been right since her brother passed." If y'all remember from last reunion, um Nikki had started crying because they was just they asked about her brother or something. But anyway, her brother just passed away, so rest his soul. Um so she was just like, I've just been all over the place and this and that and acting crazy, pretty much just acting out because I miss my brother haven't been around. So I really don't know what to do and this and that. So that kind of touched my heart a little bit. Nikki also had a scene with Elvira, her mom, and she basically has said, the house is not right since, he's not there, her brother. And, it's just a whole bunch of, things that he used to handle. And Nikki, she was just like, I just have to step up right now in that whole situation. So, I kind of felt for Nikki in that moment. Losing a family member is something that's very hard. Believe me, I know I've lost a good bit actually, family members. So, yeah, family's everything. You just got to stick together and do your thing. But Nikki, I don't really see how you thought that whole Safari and Rosa situation was gonna last. Anyway, honestly, I just think you're doing that particular thing. I think you just did that for a storyline. To be honest, let's just be real. Uh, you know. I don't know. Nikki, I feel like Nikki is just mostly into herself, and she just need the busted nut every so often. So she go get a little play tour. I don't really think she cares about anybody that much, but whatever. Besides maybe her family. So moving on, we have Max, Lux, and little Brandy, little Chihuahua. They're talking, having shits and giggles. They're in the bathroom, and Brandon was just like, "You know what, Max? It took everything in my power to not contact you last night, to not wake you up out of your sleep. Because let me tell you something, what Ho niece did." And then Brandy told Max about the whole thing that happened when Moniece got up on stage at her session for showcasing her song to everybody. She got up and she used that moment to blast Brandy about this whole Becky situation. Some white girl, I'm assuming, got in Monique's DMs and said that the police had to be called because she was caught with Max and Brandy showed out and all this other kind of nonsense. And Brandon was just like, "Oh, I just telling Max, oh, I just wanted to slap her. I wanted to whoop her ass. You hear me?" And I was just like, "Brandon, no, you didn't. Princess was the one that tried to run up at Monique for the 1500th time and didn't get nowhere. You didn't do shit, Randy. You just sat there because you was embarrassed because more than likely this situation is true that Monique is talking about. Monique was very petty, I feel like, for that. But they've been coming at her constantly, and they do come at her constantly. So I do understand why she would retaliate, in a sense. But this has to end somehow. Somebody has to be a grown person about this whole situation at some point. So we'll see. I think it's gonna be a breakthrough that happens next episode. But and Max was just like, and no, Brandy, she was like, "Yeah, Masika was sitting right up there. That's why I be trying to tell you about these Beckys. I be trying to tell you about these hoes." Masika was sitting right up there and stuff, and you trying to defend Masika and all this other kind of stuff. And Max was just like, well, look, you my family, and if Masika wants to go on the Moniece train, choo choo, then that I'm fine with that. And I just won't fuck with Masika no more. And good luck on her whack ass career. I was just like, Max, whatever. Anybody pressed over you or little Brandy. So anyway, we're moving on to Black Cinderella, which is Masika's new hit smash record, guys. She's on stage singing Black Cinderella. And we have Nia in the audience in her braids, and we have Moniece is in the audience. And she's up there singing, and basically the song is, pretty much, I guess, explaining the whole Fetty Wap situation and how everything went down and how she was kind of swept off her feet, yada yada. It was a whole Cinderella situation, but then it went to shits and giggles, and she ended up running into the evil stepsisters, which is all just Fetty Wap, just one damn person. So she sits down and talks about the whole situation. She was just like, I don't know if I should put the song out because me and Fetty are good right now. I think his real name is Willie. She was like, me and Willie are good right now, and I don't know if I want to put this whole thing out because this is kind of rehashing drama and rehashing old shit. And it was just like, child, do what the hell you want to do. But then Masika, she was just like, look, Nia, have you heard about what your girl Moniece did? And Masika was just like, no, I didn't tell her, but let me tell her. Basically, what I did was that I explained, put out the fact that Brandy is a terrible mom, and I pretty much put that bitch on blast because I'm sick of these bitches coming from my motherhood, and all Brandy can do is just suck Max's dirty dick and die. I was just like, the damn Moniece or something else. And Neil was just shaking her head. She was like, damn. She was like, well, I know for a fact that you're not a horrible mother or a bad mother. They just need to let this shit go. That was so first season. Like, come on, where everybody was blaming, calling Moniece a bad mother and stuff. At the end of the day, ain't none of us in her household. So, whatever. But, that's just been a part of her story. I'm sure at one point she probably was. But I don't necessarily think she is now. But then again, I don't know. None of us know. So, the fact that they just keep bringing it up, but this time Moniece is the one to keep rehashing the whole thing. So I don't necessarily know if they're doing little digs behind the scenes. Princess and Brandy, we're talking about her motherhood, and Princess shouldn't say shit about motherhood because she don't even have a child. So I don't know, but Brandy's her friend and yada yada. So they was just like, look, let the Moniece was just like, look, I'll stop when I get ready to stop, pretty much. Okay, so Fetty Wap, he has a little irrelevant scene where he's talking to his lover. I mean, his friend. And they're talking, and he's one of those friends that's just all up in the tea, all up in the business. Fetty Wap shares with him, that he's spent like 30,000 or 30 million or some shit on his daughter, on his baby. And why the fuck would you spend that much money on a baby? Niggas with money, child. It's just a mess. So, man, he was just like, I don't, Masika coming at me because I don't come to Hollywood that much. No, I don't come to Hollywood that much because it's always just a mess. And, Fetty Wap, he just wants to keep things how they've been going. And he was just like, he wanna be cool with Masika and be there for Masika, but he just don't want all the extraness and just blame Masika for everything. And it's definitely a two-way street. Love on a two-way street. And I lost it on a lonely highway. Y'all let me know what song that was. That I just got finished singing. Y'all let me know the song and the artist, and I will give y'all a little shout out in the next review. Yeah, that's all. I absolutely will. And I'm gonna try my best not to forget this time. My bad. Hey, Nisha girl. So, they're talking, having that moment. Fetty Wap just blaming Masika, Masika blaming Fetty. I'm just a little bit more believing Masika's side of the whole story. He is, but Masika, he's a rapper, girl. He's a young rapper. He just, got out. He's doing really well for himself. What did you expect, sis? Wrap that. Get you a coochie condom and wrap that thing up, sis. Because the all the shit that comes after that whole thing of getting pregnant by a famous person, and it's just drama, sis. Drama. Okay. Um. I mean, shit. Just ask Teddy Riley. Ask Nia Riley. Teddy Riley got about 8, 9 kids. And got about 4 or 5 different baby mamas. So it's a game. It's all fun for them. It is. Okay, so easy, you know. Um, what else happened, y'all? Um, Lyrical Garnett, she meets with her daughter, Lyrica Anderson. They're talking, shooting the shit. Lyrica Garnett still upset, still mad, Boots, still jealous, Boots. That her daughter done went out and got married and she wasn't part of the wedding. So they're talking, and Lyrica was just like, "Yeah, I heard that you showed out on my at the house." And Lyrica was like, "Well, did A1 tell you, that he was like throwing it up in my face?" And Lyrica was like, "Yeah, but you broke our picture." She was just like, "Fuck that, you can get another picture, ho." And I was just like, "Dang." And when she first sat down, the mama, Lyrica was like, "Oh, do you like my hair, mom?" And she was just like, "I don't really like it." Now, Lyrical Garnett or Garrett, whatever, you can't come for nobody's hair, sis. Now, I don't like to talk about people's mamas. So I don't want nobody to talk about mine. But Lyrical Garrett, that piece that you be rocking, that dry ass, crunchy, that old sweet thing hair, that old Shaka's hair from the tour back in the day. Child, please. Have you ever heard of Lottie Body? Something, some damn Jerry Curl juice. I don't know, some organic root stimulator. Put some on that damn hair. But I think that it's synthetic. So if you put some on it, it'll just fuck it up. Like a mess, just the driest piece of hair. Like, sis, at least your daughter's hair was moisturized. Maybe she was talking about she don't like the color on her. Whatever. I like the color. Lyrical Anderson. She's a cute girl. She can pretty much wear any color that I can see. Um, Maybe not. Well, they haven't showed her with any color, but she looks really cute in her confessionals with that like grayish purple hair. Lyrical, she looks really cute in that hair. But yeah. So Lyrical, she was just like, "Look, Mama, all right, whatever." So Lyrical Garnett or Garrett, she was just like, "Look, baby, one thing that will pacify my pain, that will take my pain a little bit away, is if you do this one favor for me." She was like, "Okay, what is it?" She was just like, "Well, I want to have lipo because it's just a part, it's around my belly that I just can't get rid of. We all have something that we want to get rid of." And she was, so I understand that. And she was just like, "But I want you to pay for it." And Luca Anderson just started laughing, and I did too. I was just like, "This whole crazy. You want your daughter to pay for your liposuction as a punishment for not inviting you to her wedding?" Oh, That's a special kind of crazy. And one thing that bothers me about Lil Anderson is that she always be willing to check Pam, which is A1's mama. She always be ready to check Pam on stuff, but she don't never check her own mama when her mama starts a lot of the shit with her mouth. Okay? A mess. Hmm. Got stuck, my God. So Princess, we'll get back to them later on at the end. But Princess meets up with Jason Lee. Let's just put them all together. Princess meets up with Jason Lee, and he basically told Jason Lee about the whole Monique situation, that they need something on Monique because this bitch keep trying it and she finna get cut. Like, they need something on her. And so Jason Lee explains to her, "Well, I know somebody who got like a sex tape on Monique. Like, they're still using that as like ammo to get back at somebody now. Child, that's so tired. That's so 2001. But they was just like, "Okay, really?" And it was just like, "Yeah, we got this on Monique." And but Princess was like, well, I'm really doing this for Brandy. And Jason Lee was like, who? He was like, Brandy. He was like, who? And he was like, oh, the girl who threw the drink in my face. Because if y'all remember last season, Nikki and Brandy, they was doing whatever at Nikki's event. Jason Lee came in, and Nikki had got mad at Jason Lee, or was no, I know what happened. Jason Lee, this is why I don't really fuck with him still. Jason Lee threw a drink in Hazel E's face, and Nikki was right there. And so she told Brandy about the whole situation. She didn't like the fact that he was disrespecting a woman. So when Jason Lee finally met Brandy, she got into it with him and threw a drink in his face. So that's why Jason Lee don't really fuck with Brandy like that. So it was just like, okay, well, last time I met her ass, I was introduced back to water. And he was just like, all right, well, you know what? She gotta do me a big favor. So Princess goes over to talk to Brandy. She was just like, I'll do whatever I need to do because this is the receipt that we need to get Monique's ass back. This is Brandy talking. And so they met up with Jason Lee, Brandy, and Princess. And Jason Lee was just like, look, there's something you need to do for me. One of my favorite movies is Coming to America. And you know the whole scene where Vanessa Bell Calloway, it was just like, is anything I need to do for you? And they made her bark like a dog, and that whole legendary scene, y'all know, from Coming to America. And she actually got up in the middle of the restaurant and started barking like a dog, and that whole thing. So that was kind of funny. And so, apparently, Princess and Brandy's whole idea is that she was just like, if Monique don't stop what she's doing, we're gonna threaten her to put the sex tape out, and then that's a wrap. Um, I just think that's weak now to threaten somebody. Oh, I got a sex tape for you, and well, bitch, put it out. Like Cardi B say, put it out, cause I know I got this shit popping. So, let's see. Masika had another scene with Moniece. They was just sitting and talking. Masika was a little bit more emotional this time. She was just like, I'm sick of him saying he's coming and he's not. I'm sick of him saying that he on his way. But before he got to go get something to eat with all his homeboys and go out shopping and all that kind of stuff. He's a rapper, girl. He's a young rapper. That's what they do. They bring 1,500 of their friends on stage when they win an award. It's not like they had anything to do with it. They just bring them, all them tag alongs. People mooch off of him. He's Fetty Wap. He's in the prime of his career right now. So I mean, it is what it is, Masika. And she's just upset. She was just like, when she gets older, is he still gonna be doing the same way? Who knows? We'll see. Maybe he'll grow up a little bit, but who knows? Give the man a little time and a little patience. Have a heart with him, Masika. He only got one eye. I mean, damn. You can only see the time in one eye. Like, come on now. Anyway, y'all don't be coming for me about the one eye jokes because my vision is terrible. Left eye 20 over 20, which is the right from, what y'all seeing. But left eye is 20 over 20, 20 over 30. Right eye is 20 over 200. Terrible vision. Terrible. So, I feel like I can talk about one eyed people. Okay, so we get to the final scene. I think I pretty much have talked about everything. Um, we get to the final scene, and they having a little cookout, this little dry ass cookout. When they set up little tables and chairs, and we do this all the time in the South, so I get it. Um, and Safari's there, Tiara's there, it's like the friends or whatever. And I think I saw some random people running around in the background. It's just like, child, quit. Y'all know them folks. They had a dog park having this damn cookout, stepping on shit, trying to serve people fried chicken. No, I'm not eating. I'm not eating. So Safari's trying to low key flirt with Tiara. Safari was just like, "Hey Tiara, how you doing?" Tiara was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And he was just like, "Oh my gosh, your eyes is beautiful. Like one minute I see you, they light brown. Next minute I see you, they look green." She was just like, "Yeah, my eyes do that. They change color sometimes." And Safari told Tiara, he was like, "Don't be trying to hypnotize me." She was like, "I'm not. You ain't got to worry." So I thought that was funny. I'm starting to like Safari a little bit more. I think he's, I think he's a good person at his core. Um, it's kind of funny too. I do. Well, at least Safari got invited to something. They don't never invite Safari to shit. So at least he got invited to this. So that was cute. So anyway, we have Pam there. We have Lil Lyrica. We have A1. We have TT Tierra, and we have Safari. So all of a sudden, who comes up? Of course, is Lyrical Garrett, which is Lyrical Anderson's mama. A mess. Why did she name her after her? Who does that? Trying to live through her daughter. I can't. So she comes up with this cute little it was like white and black little corset thing, little corset number that pulled everything together in these jeans. And TT was just like, "Oh, how you walking up like that? Look at you. You look good, girl." She had already sat down beside her daughter. She literally gets up and spins around, and then she says in her confessional, she was just like, "Yeah, I'm a woman of a certain age, and you got to keep it together." And me being out with Lyrical, and people think that we're sisters and this and that. Oh, I'm fine. I ain't even got nothing else to drink. I was drinking cran mango. I love cran mango. Y'all love cran mango? And I was just like, child, that body might be 27, but that face is certain. Let me stop. Okay. So they had that whole thing, and I was just like, look at her eating this shit up. So A1, he decides to talk, and he was just like, you know what? I'm just glad that y'all can be here and accept our marriage. And I'm glad that my mama here to accept the marriage. And Pam was just like, I accept it because you know why? Because you my son, and this is my daughter-in-law, and that's her mother. And the Mama Lyrical, she was just like, be quiet, Pam. Let him finish. Why you talking? Let him finish. She always has something to say after Pam all the time, like something smart and condescending. Oh God. So it was just like, all right. And Lyrical was just like, Lyrical the mama, she was like, it's not that I accept it, it's just pretty much that I just have no choice. It's pretty much what she said. So A1, he decides to continue to talk. He was just like, yeah. And he was just like, but the whole thing about her paying all this money to get you a lipo, is not appropriate, and it's not gonna happen. So I got you the next best thing, alternative, a cheaper alternative. Don't y'all know A1 pulled out a waist trainer to give to Lyrica Mama? That was shade. That was he. This is how I know he's a queen, because only a queen would do some shady, devious, rude ass, sly shit like that. Like a mess. He pulled out the damn waist trainer, and I hit the floor. I was like, "Oh hell no!" And TZ was just like, you can't do that. That's rude as hell. You can't be giving a woman a waist trainer and this and that. Because you're basically saying you're fat. The whole fat thing is a very sensitive subject for Tiara, since she done had lipo, and it didn't work. So it's a very sensitive subject for Tiara. But that was in all seriousness, that was rude what he did to Big Lyrical. And she gets up, and she was just like, you know what? You give that waist trainer to your fat ass mama. And then she throws an empty plate of food. Empty plate. She throws an empty plate at Pam. Pam gets up. She was just like, I'm so sick of you, bitch. And Lyrical, she's like, tries to attack her, and she was just like, I ain't gonna beat too many more bitches. Lyrical's little Lyrical talking to her mama, and she was just like, Mom, calm down. And Big Lyrical was just like, I'm sick of you subjecting me to this bullshit, this crazy ass man and his bitch ass mom and all this stuff. And Safari sitting at the table, which is what I would be doing, eating, enjoying all the tea that's being spilled while drinking lemonade. And I was just like, this shit is crazy. Like, and A1, he like starts to make fun of Lyrical Garnett. He like acts like he puts the waist trainer on and all this kind of stuff. It's just acting real childish. Like, they're all so petty in this situation. But it bothers my soul when little Lyrica don't check her mama when she needs to check her mama. It's okay for you to check your mama sometimes. You ain't got to cuss your mama out. but at least check her when she's wrong. She never checks her. She only wants to defend her mama all the time, which I get it, that's your mama, but your mama be starting shit, Lyrical. Like, what part don't you get? It's craziness. So I was just like, this is a hot ass mess. There's pretty much the end of this episode. Um, Next episode look like it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be Jason Lee and Lil Fizz gonna sit down and talk to Moniece about her shenanigans. Um, a part of me feels like she needs to stop, and a part of me feels like no, bitch, keep going. So I'm torn. I'm a Libra. I can see both sides. Um, Also, Jason Lee's getting a lot of camera time. Bloated Lee, he sits down with Max and Ray J and Princess and Brandy. And they all just sit and talk and have a little conversation. So we'll see about next episode. But with that said, I'm Mr. Chalaka. Mr. Chilaka, Google Plus. Follow me at ITSKINGWORLD on Twitter and Instagram. Chase Kimmerson on Facebook at ITSKINGWORLD89 on Snapchat. And all those good things. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys later. I gotta get me some more creme mango.